Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make chicken tabaka, which is a Georgian dish. It's pretty much a pan-fried chicken. In Georgia they use a very heavy cast iron pan for that, and the correct pronunciation of this dish is actually chicken tapaka. And that's what this dish is named after, that pan that has like a heavy weight that you weight the chicken down in order to for it to fry evenly. But I'm gonna need a rock, so I'm going out in my backyard to search for a big rock that I'm gonna use to weight my chicken down. And of course you're gonna need some kind of a cast iron pan and some kind of weight. You could use traditional weight that you use for bacon, but I'm gonna use my rock. I'm just gonna cover it with the foil because after I've used it in my dish, it goes back to the nature. And we're gonna need a plate. The plate should be 1 inch smaller in diameter. And of course we're gonna need some chicken, and I'm not talking about 6-pound fryer. We're gonna need some young chicken. In my case, I'm gonna use Cornish hens. They're about 1 pound each. We're gonna clean them, dry them, trim all the excess, and we're gonna cut them right down the middle at the breastbone. So we pretty much just butterflying them. And if your chicken comes with the lungs, you have to remove those. Those are not edible. And as we turn them around, you will see the chicken is not even. It's higher on one side, it's lower on the other side. So we're gonna have to flatten it down. And I'm not trying to be really violent with this chicken, but I'm gonna have to break some bones in it and flatten it down. And this way this chicken is gonna cook much evenly, and you will see it's gonna taste better. So yes, take that tenderizer and then smack that chicken down until it's nice and even. First, we have to marinate that chicken, and for our marinade, we're gonna use a half a cup of olive oil, a juice of 1 lemon, a zest of 1 lemon, and we're gonna need some salt and pepper. I would use just maybe like a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. We're gonna remove the zest, we're gonna put it in our olive oil. And also we're gonna juice the lemon, and we're gonna put the juice of whole lemon in there too. And then we're gonna put some seasonings, as it's gonna be our salt and pepper. We're gonna whisk it all together, and our marinade is ready. Put your chicken in some container, preferably with the lid, and we're gonna spoon out that marinade on our chicken on both sides, and whatever is left just pour on there. And I like to turn it on the other side because when I open that container, I want to look at the pretty chicken on the pretty side. And so we're gonna let this marinate for about 2 hours, but overnight is actually ideal. Then I want to show you how to make a traditional sauce for this dish. It's called ajiga. In Georgia, you pretty much have to go to small villages in order to get that. And they grind the peppers on a stone. But I'm going to try to make my own, which is going to include 4 to 5 fresh tomatoes, a bunch of cilantro. Then you're going to need some sugar. You're going to need some salt and pepper. You're also gonna need some vinegar, and it's up to you guys. You can either use the apple cider vinegar, or you can use just plain table vinegar. You're also gonna need some olive oil, and because tomatoes, when they're fresh, they separate into solids and water, you're gonna need some kind of stabilizer, and then you can use either tomato puree or some kind of chili paste. And we're gonna need some chili flakes too for a little bit of heat. We're gonna cut our tomatoes in half, and I'm using Roma tomatoes because I think they have a very intense tomato flavor. And then using that spiky side of the cheese grater, starting on the flesh of the tomato, we're gonna grate them down. And as you can see, guys, the skin just simply is left, and you can discard that. Then we're gonna add our salt and pepper, and it's all to taste. you guys have to taste it later. And of course, we're going to add some sugar. In all the spicy sauces, you need to add sugar to balance the flavor. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of vinegar. Going to mix it all together. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And then to stabilize the tomatoes, we need to add some either tomato paste or chili paste. I'm gonna add for some spiciness. And then you can add a little bit of hot pepper flakes, and that should be good. So our sauce is ready. You guys can taste it. If it needs more salt, add more salt. If it needs more sugar, add more sugar. But this is what that sauce is gonna look like, and it's gonna taste absolutely amazing. And of course, for some fresh taste, we're gonna add finely chopped cilantro, and that herb is very traditional in Georgia. They pretty much add cilantro to everything. So just mix it, put it in a nice bowl, and that sauce is pretty much ready to be eaten, just like that. Now we need to make the dressing for the chicken. When the chicken is cooked, we're going to brush that dressing onto the chicken. And I'm going to use some hot peppers, and I'm using the serrano pepper. And you guys, if you can't take a lot of heat, just use the pepper that's not as spicy. You could use jalapenos, you can use pepperoncinis, whatever pepper you like. Just a little bit of heat would do, but I like serranos. I think they taste good. They add a good amount of heat to the dish, and that's all we pretty much need. We're gonna put that into a container because we're gonna blend it all together. And I'm also gonna use 4 cloves of garlic because when this chicken is done, that dressing, when it's brushed onto the chicken, it's gonna add that garlicky taste to it. It's gonna taste absolutely delicious. So just peel your garlic, cut the little butts off of it, put it also in the container, and we're gonna put about half a cup, maybe like 4 tablespoons of olive oil in there, and I'm gonna use my NutriBullet. We're also gonna put 3 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice in there, and after it's all blended out, it's gonna look like a paste. And don't worry guys, if at any point you're gonna get lost with all these ingredients, they're all gonna be listed in the description box below. Our chicken have been marinated for over 2 hours, and it's looking absolutely fabulous. So guys, let's make our chicken tabaka. Before we cook our chicken, let's talk about cooking oils. And in the original dish, they use the butter, but butter burns a lot. So I'm going to use the clarified butter, and I'm going to mix it in with the cooking oil, and I'm going to use avocado oil. To a large 10-inch cast iron pan, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil and 2 tablespoons of clarified butter. We're going to heat that butter really well. We're going to drop our chicken with the skin side down. We're going to weight it down with the plate, put the rock, cook for about 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, we can remove the rock and turn the chicken on the other side. And you guys will see that side is going to be very, very crispy. And be careful, the chicken might stick, but then just make sure you don't splash yourself with the oil. Then we're going to cover it again with the plate. Then we're going to put our weight down and cook for another 5 minutes. In the meantime, when we turned on the other side, we're going to use that marinade we used to marinate the chicken, and we're going to kind of pour it around. That's going to add a little bit more flavor to our chicken. And when you remove the plate, we're going to brush that dressing on top of the chicken. We're going to turn it around. I'm going to cook it for about 30 seconds. Brush the dressing on the other side. And then we're going to turn it around again so the dressing gets cooked, and that's when you get that garlicky flavor. And our chicken is ready, guys, and it tastes absolutely amazing. Then kind of move that butter a little bit more around, and then drop the other chicken in, or as many chickens as you guys make, and then you're gonna cover it with the plate and put your rock on and wait for the other chicken to be ready. And because these Cornish hens are small and we pounded them very well, they cook very fast and they cook all the way through. And when your chicken is ready, guys, and try it with that amazing sauce. It's a homemade sauce. It's absolutely delicious. And I hope you're gonna love it. And of course, because this dish was served mostly in the restaurants in Russia, from what I remember, they have a very interesting ritual. After you've eaten the chicken, they bring you this bowl with lemon in it and with warm water. So because you eat chicken with your fingers, so they want you to wash your hands after that, and then just dry your hands. And that's it. You practically enjoyed your dinner and you're going home with clean hands. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.